Bob, I think the thing to watch here earlier, what are the matchups going to be? Reggie Miller told us yesterday that he was going to guard Kobe Bryant, but let's see how the Lakers match up against the Pacers.
Miller's on Bryant. Kobe to the baseline. Here's his turnaround to tie the game.
What a tough shot.
Kobe Bryant.
They have no shot blocking, and the Lakers know that. Remember now when they played against Portland, you had some long, rangy athletes back there changing shots. Just right to the basket for Kobe.
O'Neal juggles it, recovers. Not only hits the basket, but as you were saying, Doug, once he's in that deep, it's almost impossible to wrap him up. Kobe!
Indiana is not a team with good foot speed. Kobe knows that.
Bryant, Smith's out on him on a switch. Here's Shaq for the jumper from the baseline that beats the shot clock and establishes a 12-point lead at 26-14. O'Neal's turnaround, well, if he's going to hit that, in addition to overpowering you inside, you might as well wave the white flag of surrender. Bryant lays it off to Orr.
The dribble penetration and the quickness of Kobe Bryant is really causing problems for the Pacer perimeter guys. When he gets in there, the back line steps up, he lays it off, and it's a layup or a dunk.
Jackson blocked away by Bryant and taken by Rice. Kobe Bryant against Jalen Rose. Got it. Kobe. And the Lakers get some breathing room. Back up by 6. Deep to O'Neal. He has 37 points. Bryant dribbles and waits for the buzzer. There it is. The Lakers take game 1. Even though Smith's is 7'4", they have Davis at 6'11", jump against O'Neal, and the Lakers control it. Glenn Rice into the lane, left hand, and got it. Mark Jackson drives on Kobe Bryant. Green comes over, and they block it away. 6 on the shot clock. Reggie defending. Kobe finds Shaq, who powers up for the dunk, plus the foul.
Now see, Rick Smith made a mistake there. Reggie flops back to take the foul, and he frees up Kobe Bryant. And you're going to see Rick Smith come out to contest the shot, and when he does, he leaves Shaquille O'Neal all alone underneath the basket for the power dunk and the foul. What you've got to do is you've got to make Kobe make that shot and stay at home on Shaquille O'Neal.
Here's Glenn Rice, drilling the 3. Here comes Bryant out of the pack, shoveling it to Harper, and Harper lays it in. Kobe Bryant.
Looks like he sprained his ankle when Kobe came down. He's on the floor.
And he's writhing in pain, holding his left ankle. Meanwhile, Rose guns a 3 at the other end. Shaq takes the rebound. The Lakers have a break. Harper lays it in, but the greater concern is Kobe Bryant.
Now, Kobe came down as he shot that jumper. Now they're going to have to take the foul. But, Bob, tell me, how can this happen? You've got 5 on 4. You shoot a jumper, and they shoot a layup at the other end with one of their players laying on the floor. How can the Lakers do that? Where is Indiana's defense getting back?
Quick update on Kobe Bryant. As we mentioned earlier, moderate sprain, x-rays were negative. I talked to trainer Gary Vitti. He said that they have already started his therapy. They've used 2 or 3 different kinds of ice. They've got him on range of motion exercises, hopefully trying to get him ready for Sunday. But right now, he is day-to-day. Bob?
Fox could have taken it to the hole, but he's content to just let it tick away and to go with his team to Indiana, up 2-0 in the series.
I talked to Rick Carlisle, the Indiana assistant, before the game. He said they're going to try to run a couple plays early. They have 2 plays scripted. Mark Jackson is going to play a screen roll. He's going to come off the screens. They're going to test Kobe's ankle early, so let's watch to see how he handles it.
Slings it out to Rice, who hits the jumper plus the foul. Bryant hits over Jackson.
See, I think as the game goes on, if Kobe can get his ankle to loosen up, it appears already he's starting to feel much better about it than he did the first couple minutes, Bob. It's not so much that his ankle's slowing him down, that he's rusty. You can see he's a little off balance there. Goes inside, Mark Jackson takes him, can't quite finish here as he goes to the basket. and doesn't get into the rotation there defensively. You see him normally would come over and maybe try to block that shot. So what I see here is he's trying to work himself back into the game after being out, since game 2, only playing 9 minutes. Let's go talk to Ahmad Rashad. Ahmad?
All right, thanks, Doug. One of the things Kobe said, sort of a side effect of this ankle thing, is that in the last few days he has been getting round-the-clock treatment and has not slept because of the alternating different treatments that he's had. Instead, if there's anything else, he was a little tired coming into the game today, so he was a little concerned about that. That could be a factor also.
Derek Fisher is in for the Lakers. He'll match up against Best.
And that's been a great matchup.
Kobe Bryant, that's his second basket. He's 2 for 5 now.
Under control. His feet were balanced underneath him, got his shoulders square. That's what he's going to have to do right now as he works himself back into the game.
And Kobe goes up and blocks it, but it winds up in the hands of Dale Davis, whose open jumper won't go. Bryant accelerating to the baseline and hitting the jumper. We played 2 minutes of the second half. Indiana by 5. Kobe Bryant cuts it to 3.
You see Kobe here as he goes to the basket. Now that's his left ankle that he has to plant when he's going that direction. He comes back, so it looked like he trusts it. And this way he's going to plant that right foot to go up for this jump shot. Hangs in the air. What a tough shot. He knocks down 2 jumpers.
AC Green looking for Bryant, but Jackson has pushed him far from the basket. Doesn't take him long to get into the lane and hangs in the air with another beauty.
Well, it's a bad sign for the Pacers. Now Kobe picks up his 4th foul and it almost excites him. He's like now going to the basket, something we didn't see in that first half.
Here's Kobe driving past Miller.
That was quick and that was powerful with a finish, and you're seeing Kobe work himself into the game.
Kobe spinning into the paint. Another tough hoop.
This is Chicago's old play for Michael Jordan. Kobe doesn't look too bad running at it, but they open the floor up once again. He's got the whole middle there to work with. No help defense, a little spin move, gathers himself and knocks in the open jump shot. Shaq is the kind of guy, a gentle guy. A lot of guys would erupt there and really get angry. Shaq just keeps playing.
With the jump hook off the glass. And the Lakers draw to within 1. Kobe Bryant has an answer.
See, he has that little medium-range jump shot. We talk about it being a lost art in the NBA. It's either a 3 and all the way to the basket. He has that pull-up shot.
Kobe fires the jumper and gives LA the lead.
Kobe Bryant, we've seen him hit so many big shots. We saw it in the Portland series. We saw the game winner against Phoenix. Remember, he's just come back. He gets in the lane. Tremendous confidence in his ability. And again, that's what you miss when you miss Kobe Bryant being out of the lineup. A little go-to guy there at the end of the game other than just throwing it to Shaq.
Shaw to trigger it in. They look for Shaq. He makes the catch. He throws up a hook. And we are going to overtime. Robert Horry faked the 3, moved in closer, and gives the Lakers the early lead in overtime. Kobe between 2 defenders.
And Mark Jackson's got to step in there and trap him and force him to kick that ball out to Ron Harper.
Misses it. Shaw grabs the rebound.
That's a loose ball foul on Shaq. That'll be number 6. What a big play.
That's it. Phil Jackson, hands in his pockets, staring at Steve Javie in seeming disbelief.
Now remember, in game 2, Kobe gets hurt, only plays 9 minutes. Over the top there as Shaq gets his 6th foul. But Bob, remember, in game 2, Kobe plays only 9 minutes. Shaq misses 21 free throws, and they win the game. Well, now Shaquille O'Neal has fouled out. 2:33 to go. You're down 3. You have got to find a way to win this game if you're the Pacers.
He throws up the hook. He's got 20 points, and the Pacers are within 1.
Now you know that Kobe's going to take over the game. Be aware of Glenn Rice's three-point shooting, but Kobe is going to try to attack.
Shaking on Miller and hitting a 2-point basket. He was just inside the line. The Laker lead is 3 again.
Look at Reggie Miller squaring him up. These 2 guys played one-on-one all summer in L.A. Kobe takes it between his legs. He pulls it back, hits the jumper, and then sort of gives it, take your time. Everything's cool. I'm not going to let us lose this game. The poise of this young guy who would only be a senior in college this year had he went to college. Amazing. Kobe is going to go to work again.
Here he is over Jackson. How good is this kid?
Well, now Mark Jackson is in playing here, and you know defensively he is not a good defender. He matched up on Kobe on that play, but just stepping up and shooting huge shots.
Miller hands it inside to Crozier. 14 on the shot clock as the ball was knocked away. Shot clock at 12.
So you don't want to foul now because you got one to give. They won't shoot free throws.
Shaw running one-hander. Followed in by Kobe Bryant.
Again, offensive rebounds.
Rose will throw it in. Mark Jackson. 4 seconds. Reggie off the screen for 3. The Lakers have a 3-1 lead.
We've talked so much about the mental approach of the Pacers. For the Lakers, to me, if they play this game like they have a cushion that they only have to win one of the next 3, it could really cost them. Their thought process should be close this out tonight.
Bryant. Count the basket plus the foul. AC Green off the Bryant assist. Bryant over Jalen Rose. You just can't stop that shot. Rose is right up on him. Rose lost it. Bryant has it. Jackson is back. Kobe spins on him and scores.
He just measured him, just took his time, didn't try to jump over him, got the ball right where he wanted, spun, and then he got a nice angle to use the glass.
And Rose now has 15. Bryant tries to answer and does.
This young guy is so good. I tell you, he is using the stage of the NBA Finals here to show everybody what a great player he is.
Here is Kobe exploding to the hoop, and get your hand out of the way as he slams that one down.
Well, those are the kind of plays that energize your team. Kobe going right to the basket. Pacers felt he was going to take the shot. The extra pass is what got the violation.
O'Neal.
I think what Phil Jackson is hoping right now for his team is that somehow they can find a little rhythm to finish this game, something to feel good about as they go home, especially Kobe and Shaq.
Here's John Sally, his replacement, and his first 2 points. And now they come to their feet at the Fieldhouse. Earlier they were chanting Larry, Larry.
And now
this is his last game here in Indiana as the Pacers coach.
And now they're saying thank you. Thank you for bouncing back with this kind of effort. This showed a tremendous amount of pride by this Indiana team. They fought from start to finish. It's a big win for them in their franchise.
Laker ball to start game 6.
And I expect Kobe Bryant to try to get to the free throw line early. Bobby's taken 47 shots in the last 2 games and has not shot a free throw.
Bryant against Reggie Miller. Cans the jumper.
You know that Kobe Bryant's going to bounce back, Bob. He's not going to have a 4 for 29. The big thing is he doesn't get himself too excited too early in the game.
Ron Harper. Swinging it to Kobe for 3.
That's excellent ball movement out of the double team. Now remember, Robert Horry, when he comes in the game, looks to give them more offense than AC Green. He's also a good shot blocker.
Kobe Bryant showed Reggie Miller a little bit of everything and then drilled the jumper. Kobe Bryant took it away from Mark Jackson. Now Jackson's alone with him, and Kobe can't score. Ball knocked away, and O'Neal makes sure.
Kobe's very upset. He feels like he's getting hit as he goes to the basket and cannot get to the free throw line. Big turnover there for Indiana. A Lakers score here would be huge going in at halftime.
Especially if it's a 3, which it is by Kobe Bryant. And even though the Pacers did next to everything right in the first half, with a late spurt, the Lakers trail by only 3. Kobe slithers through and brings the Lakers to within 1.
The Lakers can't be pleased with giving him 13 points.
Kobe Bryant got into the paint and finished. He has 16.
Kobe, one of the best one-on-one players in the league, and he has the ability to get in, and he also has that little medium-range jump shot. He can pull up and take the little jumper rather than go all the way, and that time he's able to get it down.
Kobe Bryant, double team, looking for help. Forces up the fadeaway and makes it. My gosh.
What a shot. Not only did he lose control of the ball, he was actually trapped there. And you talk about confidence. Now, he has not shot the ball well tonight, but he knows that clock is winding down. Look at it. He's buried. No place to go. The ball is knocked loose. Picks it up. The foul on the wrist. The concentration, the opportunity for the three-point play. If he makes this, it'll be a three-point game. Another big swing at the end of quarters, the end of halves.
Kobe into traffic, hands it to O'Neal. Count the basket plus the foul.
What the Lakers are able to do with Kobe Bryant, he is their point guard. And when you get your defense locked into their triangle, they break it, and he is allowed to go one-on-one, and he creates. This is when the Lakers are very scary. Indiana's done a nice job of defending their set plays, but Kobe's one-on-one play has really broken down their defense.
Kobe hands it inside to O'Neal, and he will have another chance to tie the game. Jalen Rose curls in. He's stripped. Shaw's got it. It's a two-on-one break. Kobe Bryant flips it to Shaq, who is belted, and the shot goes down. So is Shaq, and he's clutching his left knee. He seems to be saying, just give me a second. Both teams in or approaching triple digits. Not 85-80 stuff. Here's Ori again. Finally missed from that spot, but it pops into Bryant's hands. He goes up in traffic, and finally there's a whistle.
Kobe is electric right now. He's everywhere. He's trying so hard. He can't get the shots to go. That was 3 efforts by him. Once he gets the offensive rebound, he weaves himself through Delaney, hangs, forces it, doesn't get it, tries to get the tip, and a loose ball foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Even though Kobe Bryant has shot a very chilly 7 of 24 from the floor, it's obvious he can still have an effect on the outcome of the game.
See, he's doing a lot what Michael used to do in Chicago. Play that triangle for 3 quarters, and in that 4th quarter say, you know what, I'm going to break it here, and I'm going to make some things happen. That's what he's done. It's working, and the Lakers are leading.
Kobe Bryant throws it over Jalen Rose.
Kobe Bryant has such great confidence. He's going to square up, little penetration, and he's going to hit the jumper to put him up 6, and he's going to go off. I got it under control, and Phil Jackson, his coach, waiting for him. And you know what he said to him at Ready to Lift? He said, run the offense. Kobe said, okay, I'll do it, coach. He knows the confidence that Kobe has. He doesn't want to take that away from him, but right now, use the clock and power that ball inside.
All the way to the hoop, blocked by Bryant, but recovered by Davis. Kobe off balance, and the whistle blows. He had the ball knocked away, but the foul is on Indiana. 4 points. 5. Timeout, Indiana. Into Bryant. He's expecting them to foul him. They take a while to do it.
They're 1 free throw away right now from being the champions.
If he misses them both, the Pacers have a timeout left. That's not going to happen.
Remember yesterday we spoke to Kobe Bryant, and I asked him, I said, Kobe, you're a dreamer. And he said, yes, and I'm going to dream that I'm going to be holding that trophy tomorrow night. Well, it looks like he's going to get his wish.
In 2.5 seconds, it appears he will. The Pacers, struggling to the last, use their last timeout. Jackson looking to throw it in against Shaq. Reggie turns and pumps it up off the rim, and the Lakers are the 2000 NBA champions.
All right, thanks, Bob. Kobe, the other night you had a dream, and it happened to come through tonight.
Yeah, it came true tonight. We worked so hard. It was a hard-fought game, and we finally got a championship, and it feels great.
Now, for your 21 years, you said you've always dreamed of winning a championship. Is it what you dreamed of?
Oh, it's everything and more. I mean, you have to the Laker colors falling from the ceiling, and the fans are going crazy. I got the hat on and everything covering my throat. It feels great.
Now, if you had to think of one thing that really got you guys over the hump, that really pushed you to this point, what would it have been this season?
It's just determination, and PJ did an excellent job, him and his coaching staff, and Shaq was marvelous all season long, and our bench was great, and we just pulled it all together.
In a game like tonight, where you had to go away from the triangle in the second half to break down the defense, that's what you had to do.
Yeah, we just had to break them down. That's all. I was just creating, similar to the Game 4 situation. I was just penetrating, creating, getting to the gaps. Robert Ory made some big shots, Fox hit a big three, and we won the game.
No feeling quite like this, is it?
Woo, I love it. I can't wait to do it again.
All right, congratulations, Kobe. Let's go back to Bob.
This is the first time since 1983 that the 76ers are in the finals. Fourth straight time that Philadelphia faces the Lakers as their opponent. Kobe Bryant going up against his hometown ball club. It's been a 9-day layoff for the Los Angeles Lakers, Doug. The question is, will the layoff hurt the Lakers?
Marv, I think a couple things. When I asked Kobe before the game, what are a couple things to look at for the Lakers? He said two things. Rhythm, are we in our rhythm? And secondly, what kind of defense are we playing? Those are the things that carried us. For Philadelphia, I think two things. I think they must win the first quarter, and I think Mutombo must stay out of foul trouble.
The 2001 NBA Finals are underway as the Lakers control the opening tip. Kobe off the fake, gives it back. Fox for three. The steal by Bryant. Fox ahead of the field. Kobe Bryant yet to attempt a shot. Looking to set up teammates, and then fires and hits. Iverson had the shot deflected short by Bryant. Iverson claiming that he was fouled. Iverson had a reset and back it up. Still 14 on the shot clock.
Kobe Bryant has blocked his last two shots. Aaron McKee doesn't turn it over very often. He makes simple plays.
Kobe Bryant. Beautiful job by Kobe. Here's Bryant. See, he changed the shot. He was anticipating contact. Shot following up on a short free throw and kept alive. Bryant with the spin. Showing some signs. Larry Brown wants to talk it over. Iverson working on Bryant, able to beat him off the dribble. And rejected.
That's the play of the game defensively. Kobe Bryant, all-league defense, comes in from behind, blocks the shot. More importantly, keeps possession of the ball for his team.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Kobe Bryant. And the game is tied at 92. Bryant trying to shake off Snow. Here's Bryant. Seconds. There's Snow. Final one. And we go to overtime. The Lakers with the ball, and they lead at 96 to 94. Kobe Bryant off the spin. Did not get credit, but he will take it.
7 straight points by Iverson. Looked like he was dead in the water.
The Sixers by 4. 40 seconds left in overtime. Bryant played well by Bell. Very low. Able to convert. 3 on the 24. Another by Eric Snow.
Mark, the biggest question is going to be, how are the Lakers going to respond to this? They have been almost invincible. They, like you said, waltzed through the playoffs. Nobody has been able to dent their psyche. Well, tonight, the Sixers come in, win this game on the road to steal the home court. Now, remember, they have 3 games, the middle games at home.
Here's Lou with time running out on the Lakers. That will count. The Philadelphia 76ers have defeated the Los Angeles Lakers in Game 1.
Well, Marv, the loss we could already feel has got the fans excited. They are much more into this game than they were in game one. They understand the magnitude of this.
Here's Kobe with his first. Kobe Bryant went 52 minutes in game one, but just 7 for 22, 15 points, and he turned it over 6 times.
Again, the second shots of the Sixers, this is what they do so well because normally they don't shoot a high percentage. Dikembe just bangs that ball off the back of the rim.
Beautiful move by Kobe Bryant to set up the short jumper. Here's Bryant. Yes. Remember the other night, Rick Fox landed on his head. Bryant. So Kobe is 4 for 7, 10 points, and the 76er lead is 1. Grant setting the screen. Nice screen and roll. Worked beautifully between Horace Grant and Kobe Bryant. Kobe on fire. 12 points in this first quarter for Kobe Bryant.
Well, Kobe normally does his game day interviews with us, Mark. Tonight he declined. He had that game face on early, and he is coming out and has been brilliant here to start this game tonight.
Back comes Bryant. Kobe going 1 on 2. So Shaq has 11. And the Sixer lead is now 3.
Oh, that's a great play. Kobe brought the entire defense over. When he saw Mutombo, he knew his partner Shaq was going to be wide open. But again, probe the defense, bring everybody to you, then drop it off with a beautiful no-look pass and a powerful finish.
Philadelphia now 4 for 7 from beyond the three-point line. Robin Ory attempting that three, kept alive by Bryant. Kobe over the spin. He has 14.
What's keeping the Lakers alive right now, Marv, is that offensive backboard. Both of these teams, excellent offensive rebounding teams.
Nice play, and Hopper with the field goal. Ron Hopper's made it back from arthroscopic surgery. The key back for Bryant.
All right, thank you very much, Marv. 16 points for Kobe Bryant in the first half. Kobe, you guys have not been in a must-win situation in an awful long time. Are you guys sensing the urgency?
It feels good. It feels good. It's a humongous challenge. They're so competitive and they play so hard, but it feels good to be tested.
Phil Jackson said during one of the timeouts, you guys are not relaxing, you're chasing the game. Is he right?
Well, I think there was a certain stretch there where we're overly aggressive. I think our emotions got the best of us, but we're able to settle back in the game and start executing our offense.
Kobe, thank you. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
They have that long layoff. O'Neal. And the Lakers now lead by 4. Bryant. Oh, what a move. Stepping to his left against Jermaine Jones and hitting on the fadeaway.
Sixers have to be very careful right here. They need a good possession. Lakers making a little bit of a push.
Nice give and go, but the key was met by O'Neal, then rejected by Bryant. Snow. McCullough. Blocked by Shaquille. And here's Kobe. Shaquille O'Neal with 7 block shots. The Lakers lead 65-61. Lakers by 5 as we approach 2 minutes to go in the first. Shaq with his 8th block shot that ties an NBA Finals record. Here's Kobe, and the Lakers lead by 7. Their biggest lead of the night. Bryant for 3. Yes. Iverson has 20. Here's Bryant lobbing. Puts it down.
Well, how about the Lakers, the way they're attacking the pressure tonight? Doing it with the pass, throwing ahead, Kobe attacking much, much better than they did the other night when they tried to dribble too much.
Kiel just 4 of 10 at the foul line. They're using clock here down to 5 on the 24. 1:20 to go in the 4th. Harper with a big bucket.
Now you see why Phil Jackson trusts him. He puts him in at the most critical stage. Kobe trusts him. His teammates trust him. That might be the basket to finish the Sixers off tonight.
And they provided a handful here tonight for the Lakers.
Well, they pushed him right to the brink, Marv. They had him getting very passive on offense. They turned the basketball. Look at Iverson and Kobe talking to each other right now. A lot of talking going on there right now. I think you're going to see the referee step in and separate the two players. A lot of emotion and passion.
Little exchange of trash talking, and Allen Iverson was telling the official Ronnie Nunn Kobe Bryant started it.
Well, Kobe and Fisher, 45 points tonight, only 15 in game one. 30-point differential there with those two guys. Shaq was brilliant. Great stretches of defense. We got a 1-1 series, Marv. I can't wait to get back to Philly.
Game 3 Sunday, game 4 in Philly next Wednesday night. Let's go over to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Marv. I'm here with Kobe and Shaq. Kobe, let's start with you. What happened, first of all, with Allen Iverson right there at the end of the game?
Oh, no, it's friendly conversation, that's all. Two competitors talking.
Didn't look too friendly.
Boy, in the heat of the battle, nothing's friendly.
Kobe, let me ask you, you guys built up the big lead, and the 76ers just would not go away. You said you liked the challenge, but did you get concerned down the stretch?
No, you know, they kept on coming. But we got away from our execution. We didn't do the things that got us to that point, and we just had to regroup and execute our offense.
Did your game the other night in game 1 fuel what you did tonight to bounce back?
No, I wasn't thinking about game 1 at all. I just wanted to come back, play hard, you know, try to help my team in any way possible, and I was able to do some positive things tonight.
Last thought, Kobe, what about going back to Philadelphia, your old home?
I don't really care. You know, I just want to go down there and play and, you know, try to do what it takes to win the ball game.
All right, Kobe, congratulations. We look forward to seeing you in Philadelphia.
Shaquille O'Neal and Dikembe Mutombo on the opening tip, controlled by Tyrone Hill. Kobe Bryant, yes.
He was out here an hour before the game taking that shot. I watched him, got down in the post, shot that little fadeaway jump shot. So it's no accident he knocks it in on his first jumper from that baseline.
O'Neal with a beautiful jumper from just inside the free throw stripe. Kobe Bryant with his second field goal. And now Shaq getting down deep. It counts in the foul. Game 3 of this best-of-7 NBA final series. Kobe Bryant with a beautiful stroke over Raja Bell. Bryant, yes. So Kobe's hit 2 in a row. Lakers with a 34-29 lead. And Kobe Bryant is on fire. 10 points for Kobe. 5 minutes gone by in the second. Here's Kobe. Yes. He's hit his last 4. 12 points for Bryant. Here's Kobe. Yes. 5 straight for Kobe Bryant. And the Lakers lead by 10. Here's Bryant. Kobe Bryant again. A sensational first half for Kobe. 12 of his 16 points have come here in the second quarter, and one stretch hit 10 straight for the Lakers. Bryant. Oh, Kobe Bryant over Aaron McKee, who did about everything you could ask for defensively.
Kobe sort of looked over like, nah, they got nothing for me today.
O'Neal with the drop step move. Shaquille O'Neal, 5 for 9 from the field, 8 of 9 for the line. He has 18 points. All right, here's Bryant getting inside. Kobe Bryant with 20 points.
All right, thank you very much, Marv. Kobe, 20 points. You were on fire there in the second quarter. What's it like to be in a zone like that?
Well, you know, it's just getting the rhythm, and my teammates did an excellent job finding me coming over screens and had some easy looks.
Kobe, is the confidence and the swagger coming back after the long layoff?
Well, you know, I would just say we're just finding our rhythm again. You know, after having 9 days off, it was tough to come back and have your rhythm, but we're starting to find the flow of the game again.
All right, Kobe, good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Larry Brown was telling us earlier he thought his team looked tired the other night. Lack of energy on the part of Allen Iverson. Oh. Kobe Bryant, 11 of 18. He has 22 points.
You can't let Kobe Bryant catch the basketball. So whatever you're doing here, double team him, make somebody else get it.
All right, here's Bryant, able to unleash. Yes! Oh, sensational shot by Kobe Bryant. Lakers say, why not a three? Here's Kobe to the rim with the runner. Kobe Bryant with a clutch shot, and the Lakers lead 89-85.
See, great players don't know that they've just missed 2 out of their line. They've just made 2 of their last 15 shots. Don't even think about that.
They have to play it out with 9 and 5/10 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So Ori hits on both 96, 91. Iverson racing down. Iverson kicks it out. Snow for 3. And that will wrap it. The Los Angeles Lakers able to come away with a victory here in Game 3, despite the fact they lost both Shaquille O'Neal and Derek Fisher on fouls, and they take a 2-1 lead.
Kobe, you struggled a bit in the second half, 3 for 16, but you made a big shot down the stretch.
Yeah, well, you know, that's what teammates are for, man. They really stepped up, and Robert came in and did an excellent job. He hit a humongous shot for us, and you know, we were able to come out here with a win.
You were 10 of 16 in the first half. How did you have the confidence? Because when Shaq went out, you told your teammates, I want the ball, and then you made that big basket.
Well, you know, my legs got so tired, and you know, I just pretty much started coasting a little bit and let my teammates carry the burden. And you know, when it came down for a pressure situation, I was trying to save my legs for that moment, and it worked out well.
And then you saved your legs. Tell us about the big defensive stop that you had on Iverson right down there at the end when he drove to the basket.
Well, you know, I saw him coming, so you know, usually that's his specialty. He likes getting in the lane and shoot those little floaters, and you know, I had a little help from Long Arm Rob behind me.
You said this was a must-win, so you got it.
We got it.
All right, we'll see you next game.
All right.
Wednesday night. Back over to you, Mark.
You see Kobe Bryant, we talked to him before the game. He was in good spirits, but it's going to be very interesting tonight with Philadelphia. Do they try to get Tyrone Hill involved in the game early, Marv? They did against Milwaukee when he was struggling. They ran a couple screen rolls, he hit a couple shots, and he finished that series strong. They really need him tonight.
And the Lakers control the opening tip. Bryant with the rebound. Fox, Rick Fox. Kobe passing on the 3. Fox from downtown, and Rick Fox has relocated the tug.
Well, excellent patience there, Marv. The ball goes inside. It's a double team. They swing the ball over to the opposite side of the floor and get Fox the open jumper.
And Shaq does it again.
Shaq's running right to the front of the rim, Marv. Anytime they have a fast break, he's going right to the front of the rim, and Mutombo is sealed directly behind him. That is unstoppable.
Leads to Derek Fisher.
I'd like to check his pulse rate right now. His heart has to be racing.
Bryant to the rim. Kobe Bryant. Here's Shaq. Oh, it's put home by Bryant. This time it's Kobe Bryant on the follow of a Shaquille O'Neal shot. Bryant from Kobe Bryant on a pick and roll that caught the Sixers. Bryant, not pretty, but able to finish.
See, he splits that gap so beautifully. I remember Mark Price used to do that so well when he and Brad Daugherty play that screen roll. That big guy didn't close that gap down. He would shoot right through and get right into your defense. That's exactly what Kobe did.
Robert Horry gets the roll. Here's Kobe working on Hill. He thought he was fouled. Lou for 3. Yes! Teron Lou from downtown, and the Lakers lead by 17. O'Neal, Shaquille O'Neal with yet another facial against Dikembe Mutombo. O'Neal, beautiful turnaround by Shaq, who has 22 points. Kobe Bryant with the rejection. It's developing into a horror show here for Allen Iverson. He's 5 for 18 from the field on a night where the Sixers have needed a special performance. That will count, and the foul. They've needed a big performance from Allen Iverson, and they have not been able to get it. That's 12 points for Kobe, who is 1 rebound and 1 assist away from a triple-double, which is not common in the NBA Finals. Fisher off the steal. Iverson trying to draw the foul. And Kobe Bryant with with the finish. The Lakers now lead 70-48. Here's Kobe Bryant. Yes. So the Los Angeles Lakers with a commanding 3-1 lead over the Philadelphia 76ers, who are hearing cheers from the crowd. It's a tough crowd here in Philadelphia, but they have appreciated this hustling 76er ball club.
Well, and well they should. This team has given them their heart and soul. We've seen them climb back in every series, being from behind, finding ways to win, winning in critical Game 7. And right now, Marv, they're just overmatched against this Laker team that's playing terrific basketball. Shaq is on top of his game, and they're getting unbelievable play from the rest of their team.
Kobe Bryant, you were just 1 assist away from a triple-double. But the Sixers made a heck of a run again. You said at halftime you can't go for the jugular. Why not with this group?
Well, they keep on fighting, and they score in bunches. So, it's important for us that you remain poised when they make their run and continue to do what we do.
It seemed as though the offense was in sync tonight, but can you talk about the great disparity in threes, you guys? I think you made 9 more than the 76ers did.
No, I love you. Well, what we did was just...
Say that again?
I love you, Kobe. Well, all we did was just threw the ball in the shack and let them double team. And, when they collapsed their defense, we just kick it out to our shooters, and everybody was making shots.
No team has ever come back, Shaq, from a 3-1 deficit. Is this series over?
For us, we're just focusing on one more win. We've been in this situation last year. We had a lot of scary moments. This year, we wanted to just come and take care of business all the time. We let one game slip away, so for us, it's just focusing on getting one and win, and we're going to try to do that on Friday.
Have you learned a lesson from what happened last year in Indiana? You had a great game, and then you guys came out and lost by 30 points on the next attempt.
I don't think we learned a lesson. I think it was a learning experience for us, and for us, it's just one more win.
You love him as well?
All right, right back at him, man. Right back at him.
This season, the Lakers 4-0 in closeout situations. A chant of defense from this crowd. Once again, Shaq forced to start out a bit deeper than usual, but a beautiful spin. And the Sixers now lead 12-8. Hit 26 from three-point land. There's another by Rick Fox in Game 4. Mutombo. And here's Shaq getting down court. And the crowd looking for a foul off the contact with McKee.
Now that's what we saw the other night. Early in the game, Shaq ran early. He got to the basket. He caught the ball around the rim and finished with power. Let's see if that gets him going.
Bryant for 3. Yes. So Kobe Bryant with his first field goal. He missed his 5 previous shots. Here's Bryant.
Oh, what a spectacular play. Marvy fumbled the ball, but his footwork was brilliant to turn and hit that shot. Look at the gorgeous footwork to swing away from the defense with that little half hook. And Kobe's got the entire package, Marv. I call him in the open the most complete player on the perimeter in the NBA. That's a combination of his playmaking skills, his ability to score, but also he's an all-league defender.
Fisher for 3. Derek Fisher from downtown. Kobe able to recover. Rebounded by Grant. Horace Grant overshoots, but Bryant able to come away with it.
Wow. Kobe Bryant. Marv, what hustle. Missed his first 3 shots of the quarter. He just wanted that ball and got it back and was able to knock it down. What a great play. Watch Kobe just wrestle this ball away and muscle it back into the basket, looking for something to get him going.
The Lakers won their 3 elimination games by an average of 16 points. 2 of their 3 previous series against Portland and Sacramento were clinched on the road. They have gone 7-0 on the road in this playoff run, and Kobe Bryant beginning to feel it.
See, that's what happens. You get yourself a hustle basket, you come right back and you get that little spinner on the baseline.
Here's Kobe with a strong move against Matt Geiger. The Lakers only the 7th turnover. Here's McKee, had nowhere to go. It's another Sixer turnover. Bryant, alley-oops, Ori. Kobe Bryant has moved up front. Here is Shaw. Bryant with the rebound and the bucket.
It's a great offensive rebound. Aaron McKee tried to go up with him. Kobe with the fresher legs just went right over the top of him. But the offensive rebounding starting to take its toll.
Bryant for 3. Kobe Bryant with 26 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. The celebration has begun on the Laker bench. Coming up on 10 seconds Phoenix Lakers will make it a second straight NBA crown.
Fox threw that three in at the clock. It looked like he just threw it up there to hit the backboard, and he made it.
Just looking to run it down. That's the way it's gone for the Lakers, who finish with a 15-1 run. The best all-time playoff winning percentage in the history of the league. So game one of the NBA Finals is underway. The Lakers controlling the opening tip. See Kobe checking the clock. Good job by Kittles, but he was able to drill it.
And that's what separates Kobe and Shaq from the rest of the league. Their ability to bail out a team that is up against a shot clock that is just standing dead, and they can come up with spectacular plays one after another.
Bryant tries to get it down. No, it goes as Shaquille O'Neal comes through with his third field goal. He has 6 points. Bryant going and Martin spinning his way.
Making the spectacular look routine on a consistent basis.
And the Nets staying with Martin on Bryant. There's the jumper in his face.
The Lakers are backing off. You got to dribble at someone else's defender and then get a dribble handoff goal.
Richie Hunter.
Come on, Kenyon. This is the NBA Finals. What you live for.
Fox passing on the three and takes it to the rim. By Mark. Kenyon's had a very difficult first half at both ends. Derek Fisher, Kobe Bryant in the backcourt. Fisher has regained the cup.
Starting to take matters into his own hand, Van Horn. Now you got to get the same from Kerry Kittles.
Kobe Bryant with the snap and the facial.
Oh my gosh. Down, Kobe. Down. You are going to get posterized time and time again. You got to come out and attack the guy who's coming at you. Absolutely, and they've lost their focus, their concentration, and determination. But Robert Horry continues to be outstanding.
Bryant, yes. Smooth shot by Kobe.
But if somebody doesn't block Rick Fox off the offensive board on missed free throws, Byron Scott's not going to have any hair.
Bryant, nice pass. Fox lays it in. So the Lakers lead 95-87. Rebound O'Neal. And here is Horry checking the clock. And instead of scoring, he looks to run it out. The Lakers are hearing it from this crowd as they take game one.
The big thing is not to go down 0-2 because the chances of coming back to win this series against the defending champions is slim to none. Marv?
All right, Lewis, the officials, Bennett Salvatore, Steve Javie, and Don Vaden. Only 2 teams, the 69 Celtics, the 77 Trailblazers, have ever come back from a 2-0 deficit to win the NBA Finals. Kobe Bryant over Kerry Kittles. Kobe would like to get going. Only 6 of 16 from the field in game number 1. Challengers Kenyon Martin.
Kenyon Martin has to be very careful.
Beautiful look-away pass. And the shot rejected by Bryant.
I think that Gary Vitti was saying it in a positive manner.
Beautiful run by Kobe Bryant, able to spin his way, and the Lakers now lead 17-9. Here's Bryant off the steal. Kobe Bryant winning that deflection and extends to a 10-point Laker lead. Lakers able to keep it alive. Bryant, so Kobe with his 5th field goal, he has 10 points. Lakers 42, the Nets 33. Color had that one big ball game, game 2 of the finals against the 76ers. Robert Horry, the Nets shooting only 28% from the field, but they are within 6 points. Let's go to Jim.
All right, with Kobe Bryant, 11 points. Kobe, did they draw any blood? Are you all right? What happened on that play?
No, I'm all right. I'm all right. Little elbow didn't hurt.
They only shot 29%, the Nets, in the first half. They're just 6 points behind. Are you concerned that they shot so poorly and they're still in the ballgame?
Not really. I mean, we just continue to play our game. You know, if they start making shots, we'll have to make adjustments. But the most important thing is the rebound of basketball.
You talked about boredom after the first game. Is this more of a challenge here for the Lakers tonight?
Yeah, man, they're all challenging games. Once you get to the finals, it's all, it's all a big challenge. And it's just a matter of coming out the second half, executing our offense, taking care of the basketball, taking smart shots, and hopefully we'll win the game.
Kobe, thank you for your time.
All right.
He had a response. He says, the more you complain, the more not dominant I will become. All of this will do nothing. As he will go to the foul line once again on that dunk.
Los Angeles' offense is so beautiful. The splits on the ball on the strong side, over the top. Kobe
Bryant able to beat the next down clock. The Lakers open up a 10-point lead. Bryant for three. 16 points for Kobe Bryant. The Lakers lead by 11. Collins fell down. He thought he was pushed.
He's wearing them out. He's not getting worn down.
Bryant, yes, from downtown. 21 points for Kobe Bryant. The Lakers just working around in no hurry now. Bryant again from way out. Number 3 for Kobe again was that Michael Jordan was slumming. Final seconds. Donnie Marshall just checked in. Is not able to hit. So the Lakers win this one going away. Led by as many as 20. The Nets got back into it. But as we've been saying, you never have the feeling that it was a ball game.
The Lakers, they're really good.
Todd McCullough and Shaquille O'Neal on the opening tip, controlled by the Nets.
That is the biggest lead of the series. The job for Los Angeles is to crush the spirit, the hopes, and the dreams of the Nets.
Fox for 3. And suddenly, the Lakers are hitting the three-point shot. They have not been a good three-point shooting team. And Kobe Bryant with his first field goal. Kobe coming off of 9 for 15, 24 points, 3 of 3 from downtown in game 2. So the Lakers with the 1-point lead. Shaquille O'Neal, so that is his third field goal. The steal by Bryant. And Kobe on the breakaway.
That's what they don't want to do. Turn it over. They get the rebound, then turn it over. Bad news.
Now Bryant looking to post up. Bryant. What a move by Kobe Bryant, who drew the double team. Pat Riley, who has 155 playoff wins. Here's Brian Shaw, who just checked in.
Well, with this group on the floor and no Shaq, this is the chance for New Jersey to try to get back in it.
Bryant able to hit, so Kobe with his 5th field goal. He has 12 points.
And with Shaq on the bench, Kobe said, look, I'm taking over this thing. He has not had a lot of opportunities because of the brilliance of Shaq in games 1 and 2. But he's made 2 shots in this run. One from the dead right corner, and that one. There's just absolutely no defense. Maybe Dave DeBusschere could have stopped that play.
This is Kobe's time, so you got to keep him in front of you. They don't.
Oh, Bryant able to find O'Neal in the ring post fight last night, talking with Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis. Kobe Bryant coming from behind to reject Jason Kidd.
Take their hopes, their dreams away.
All right, Bryant. Kobe Bryant. He has 16 points. Here's Fox putting the move on Van Horn. Bryant for 3. Kobe Bryant from downtown. He has 19. The Lakers have opened up a 10-point lead.
The same as Game 7. Our pregame meeting with Kobe. So focused, so sharp, so concentrated. Nothing's getting by this guy tonight.
Here's Bryant. Beautiful move. Kobe hits on the runner. He now has 21 points. Shot clock to 5. Kobe. Oh, nice step back move by Kobe Bryant, who nearly landed on the New Jersey bench. Bryant. Kobe Bryant with 28. 4 minutes gone by. And the 4th. There's Bryant. Beautiful move by Bryant. Whipping by Kidd.
But to see the domination on that last graphic of New Jersey killing the Lakers points in the paint.
Kobe. Running hook by Kobe Bryant, who now has 32 points. The net lead is down to 3.
Kobe Bryant has just taken this game over by himself, forcing Byron Scott to take a timeout. Phil Jackson's gamble pays off as Kobe Bryant just comes right in, the little elbow to the face of Jason Kidd, gives himself the opportunity. The Lakers cut it to 3. Are the Nets going to be able to respond?
Bryant played on a switch by Martin. Shot clock down to 1. Bryant, yes! Kobe Bryant with the shot clock at 1 is able to drill it. And the Lakers, showing poise and confidence, have taken a 100-96 lead.
And against the Lakers, who play so well from behind, you have to continue to keep offensive pressure on them. Watch the defense of Kenyon Martin. Watch where his hand goes as Kobe lets this go. Right in his face. Watch that hand.
Bryant double team. Kittle's trying to steal. Bryant, yes! Kobe Bryant extends to a 104-100 lead. So Kobe has 36, continuing his sensational play.
He has played so much better on the road in the playoffs this year. He lost his ball seat maybe 5 times before he finally made an unbelievable shot.
But that's why you don't play it out, because he is so big in these situations. Look at the Nets are all over the ball, and yet once he gets it, he's under control, and that's money.
Fox hits on both. 3-point lead. Kidd, they didn't realize they had the foul again. Kidd gets it off. And the Lakers have defeated the Nets. 106-103. A heartbreaking loss for the Nets, for the Lakers. Another illustration of how well they face the pressure, in particular on the road in the postseason.
Jason Kidd seems to have this entire situation in perspective. He calls this current Laker team with 2 championships. He compares them to a mansion, and he said by adding a 3rd championship, it would be like adding another wing to the mansion. As for the Nets, Kidd says that they have just laid the foundation, a foundation that will not allow to crack because of the disappointment here in this championship experience.
Fisher picked up on the switch. Bryant. Soaring to the rim.
Throw it down. One time, throw it down, Kobe Bryant. Yeah.
Here's Fisher. And Jefferson has a 3-on-1. Patrick goes to Jefferson. That pass slightly off.
Robert always got to wake up.
O'Neal. Well, Shaquille remaining in the front court. Fisher wide open. Yes. So the Nets now lead 34-25.
And I'm sure you're enjoying the game, even though the series isn't turning out how you would have wanted. Thanks for taking the time.
Okay, it's a pleasure, and I think the Nets will put on a good show today.
All right. Mark, back to you. Kobe Bryant on the basket.
Yeah, what a shot by Kobe. Aaron Williams draws the foul. Here's Kobe with the head fake, and he heads to the line. I think Steve Jones, a one-time prolific ABA scorer, would like to see those records transferred for NBA credit. Here's Devin George with the open shot, and he is showing more confidence. And this would be 3 if the Lakers, when the Lakers conclude matters against the Nets.
Wow.
Rick Fox from downtown.
Well, the backcourt hasn't scored here in the 3rd quarter.
Here's Bryant. So much for that staff. The Nets do not want this to be their final quarter of the season. Trying to prevent the sweep. Lakers hoping to wrap it. Bryant from downtown. They have missed their last 4. They're now 10 of 18 from beyond that 3-point line, and the game is tied at 87.
But the Lakers are hit. The Nets can't trade baskets.
And that's what they're doing right here. Kobe Bryant again. The Lakers lead 94-91, and Kobe has turned it in this 4th quarter. Byron Scott takes a timeout.
You tower over him, you're stronger. Play back to the basket there.
Bryant, yes. So Kobe Bryant turning it up a notch once again in the 4th quarter. 21 points for Kobe, along with 7 assists. Bryant taking it to the rim. There were no stops here.
None.
The last few minutes by the Nets. And the Lakers lead 104-95. New Jersey calls for time with 3:32 to go in the 4th quarter. The Lakers gunning for a third straight NBA title, looking to make it a sweep. Coming up on a minute and a half remaining in this New Jersey Net season. A Net team that went 52-30 during the regular season. Best record in the Eastern Conference. But the Lakers are on their way to a sweep. 33 points for Shaquille O'Neal. O'Neal is fouled by McCullough.
Crowd didn't appreciate that little extra face cream from Kobe. Oh, come on. They didn't. You hear him going, don't you? What do you think those booze are for? What's wrong with that? He plays until it's over. This is the home team getting smacked here. That's what's wrong with that.
The Los Angeles Lakers have made it 3 straight NBA championships. They wrap it up in the 4-game sweep by beating the Nets 113-107. Kobe Bryant coming up big in the fourth quarter. 11 of his 25 in the fourth. Shaq, 34 points, 10 rebounds. Kenyon Martin leading the Nets with 35 and 11.
And now to present this year's Larry O'Brien Award, the commissioner of the NBA, David Stern.
Thanks, Ahmad. The New Jersey Nets had a terrific year, and congratulations to New Jersey and their fans. But there can only be one champion, and we have a worthy one. There was a triple crown this year, but it was the Los Angeles Lakers. They are potentially a team for the ages as they get better before our very eyes. Congratulations to the Lakers, the city of Los Angeles, their coaching staff, their ownership, and in particular, Dr. Jerry Buss, who's owned the team for 23 years and has been in 12 championship series.
Dr. Buss, 8 championships, 3 in a row. You had to be proud of this particular ball club.
I'm very, very proud of it. You know, when you win a lot of championships back in the 80s, you wonder if that's ever going to repeat in your life. To build another championship team like this, I'm so proud of these guys, I can't even tell you. The fans in LA, I wish every one of them could be here at this moment. It's just a shame we couldn't win it on our own home floor. But I know everybody's watching. We love you, that team loves you, and keep supporting us.
All right, congratulations.
2 teams stand on the precipice of basketball immortality.
You are watching what greatness is all about.
What motivates me now more than ever is winning another championship.
For Kobe Bryant, an elusive 4th title is once again within his grasp. For Dwight Howard, a first step onto his sport's most prominent stage. Magic, Lakers, Game 1 of the NBA Finals is next on ABC.
Everything is on the line. You want to give it your all because you never know what can happen.
And the other guard is number 24, 6'6", 13th season out of Laura Marion High School, Kobe Bryant.
Hall of Fame center does a great job of tutoring Dwight Howard. Kobe Bryant rattles it in. Both teams shooting well to start. Lakers have hit their first 3. Magic series as Bryant off to a good start with his second field goal. And both teams shooting well early.
Via free agency. It's the first time he was going to be a featured part of any offense.
Bryant, quick move, blocked by Howard, but he hit it off the backboard. It was close. Peters trying to hound Bryant, back up to Fisher. Can Fisher get going with his jumper? He's been off the mark so far in the playoffs, but he is a big-time clutch performer. Knocks down that one. Gasol spots up. Pau Gasol's had another terrific year. All NBA third teams had some huge games in the playoffs, especially games 5 and 6 in the Denver series. Bryant gets inside. Tough shot, gets it to go. He's hollering for a foul.
Well, again, this is just simple basketball. Size advantage, Bryant in the post, over Courtney Lee in the help defense. Lakers, 6-0 run. Michael Jackson likes it.
Beat by 39 at the new Boston Garden, walking off the floor with green confetti falling on top of them as the Celtics celebrated such a disappointing loss. They were questioning about their toughness. We asked Kobe Bryant, are they different this year?
We're a tougher team. Much tougher team. Tougher mentally, tougher physically. I mean, we're, you know, the series that we've had with Utah, Houston, and Denver, those are three very physical teams, tough teams. And, you know, we had to overcome adversity, and particularly in that Houston and Denver series, and we managed to do that.
Bryant, Peach is right on top of him. He throws it down. Mark, you saw Kobe Bryant yesterday. He is as serious as we've seen him all season right now.
Well, off another pick and roll. Good contest by Pietrus. 10-0 run by the Lakers. Kobe, the last 6.
Kobe Bryant, deflected by Nelson. Bryant gets it right back. Falling away, tough shot, puts it in. Oh, what a shot from Kobe Bryant.
See, you should be in timeout right away. You make a shot like that, you have to go to the sideline.
Bryant pulls up again. Kobe Bryant with 16.
A little dream shake right there. Great contest by Pietrus. Better offense by Bryant. This guy, you put him in pick and roll with Gasol. That's a difficult cover.
The former All-Star guard died of a heart attack today. Smith died while on a treadmill that this league has ever seen. Outstanding watching him as a youngster with the Buffalo Braves. Touchdown pass to Bryant, but he has to come back and get it. After good defense, Derek Fisher also has 5 assists so far. Drives, kicks it out. Gasol, wide open jumper, knocks it down. There's a magical hold for the final shot. Bryant gets inside, drives on Gortat, and gets it to go. Final seconds, Nelson. And Nelson does not get the shot off in time.
And all of a sudden, put his foot on the gas pedal, taking advantage of the smaller Magic defenders. You talk about degree of difficulty. Well defended, contesting. This is good defense by Peter. You have done your job. Good defense, just better offense. That's why he's the best in the world. Once again, the contest, when he gets it going, he talked about it. I don't even see the defender in the picture. Took over in the first half.
The numbers, 18 points, 6 assists, no turnovers, 5 rebounds. Up and under, pretty move, banks it in.
Like you see right away, Andrew Bynum coming over to set the screen. Bryant says, no, I don't want to be trapped. Let me dance one-on-one with the smaller league.
Give him the first half before he picked up his 3rd foul. Bryant, tough shot, that's good. He might be having one of those nights. He's got 22 already. Kobe Bryant, hit, count it, and 1. 26 for Kobe Bryant, and a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, a very good screen by Gasol. Very good use of the screen by Bryant. Gets to his right hand, and you couldn't see the foul there where he clipped his leg. But again, the play by Dwight Howard is the right play. To me, the Magic need to cut a little bit more.
Gasol, up and under. Beautiful adjustment. And they're on their feet at the Staples Center as the Lakers. Kobe Bryant on the drive, gets to the basket. Oh, what a move from Kobe Bryant as the shot clock expires. He's got 29, and the Lakers back up by 18. Not only the 29 points, 7 assists, and he has 5 rebounds as well. Bryant again. He's got that look.
He's got that game.
Couple of fakes. Shot clock at 2. He's got to put it up. Tries to bank it. Does so. And a foul. Kobe Bryant, brilliant here in the 3rd quarter, and the Lakers up by 22.
Incredible on the offensive end. Good defense, just better offense. The ability to take the hit, create your own shot, a thing of beauty. Bryant putting on a clinic.
The man they call the closer not waiting till the fourth quarter to do his damage.
Probably brought you to tears that night at MSG.
Well, it's working whatever it is, Doris.
On a mission, getting guys involved and then turn back time. Talking to guys on the bench. Excited after plays. The attitude, the approach, the mentality became contagious. And the Lakers from the jump meant business.
After starting all 7 games against Boston.
He's in a different role than when he was a star at college, and he's adjusted well to it. Lakers, meanwhile, shot the ball very well, especially through the first 3 quarters when the game was decided. Ariza hits a 3. Trevor Ariza, 5th in these playoffs in three-point shooting.
Bad thing, Mike.
Not for the Lakers, certainly, Doris. And Brian, and you know, Mark, we talked about this as he shoots over Turkoglu and knocks it down. I don't think we've ever seen him, and this is one of the most competitive pro athletes we've ever seen. I don't think we've ever seen him this hungry looking.
Absolutely not. You can tell he's trying to send a message to his team.
Fisher left wide open, puts it in. A low-scoring first quarter, wide open, hits a 3. His second three-pointer of the game, and the Lakers back up 29-26.
Hey, you just turn and see Trevor Ariza. You say, okay, this guy realized I'm going to get open shots.
Sit out, Fisher for 3. Bang! Largest lead of the first half for the Lakers. Kobe Bryant wide open for 3. Largest lead of the first half.
That has to be a kick out for somebody else. Finding your man and contesting his shot.
Bryant puts it in. Bryant, a quiet 6 points. Looked to distribute more in the first half. He had 5 assists. They trailed by as many as 7 in that first half. Bryant, hand in his face, knocks it down. He had 18 in the third quarter in game 1. He's off to a quick start here in this third quarter.
Listen, that's good defense, better offense.
Bryant, aggressive offensively, turnaround shot, in and out, and in again. Here he goes.
Think about it, if you're Courtney Lee, you're thinking, oh, no, not again.
Ariza with the steal. Fisher, Ariza, touch pass to Bryant. There's a fast break. And the Magic want timeout.
But give Trevor Ariza credit. Active hands off to the races. Centers the basketball to the point guard. No charge. Hands it off to Kobe Bryant. Outstanding job of running the fast break. Take notes, Orlando Magic.
Size advantage over Courtney Lee. Lee, very good defense. Bryant just remarkably skilled. 2 jump shots and then the well-executed fast break off a Magic turnover.
His jersey.
I'm thinking it's Dwight Howard.
We'll try and get an update on that for the next game. Bryant drills it. He's got 10 here in the third.
Get over the top. You can get deep penetration like Jameer Nelson just did.
Fisher, good, wide open 3. Puts it in. Tied it in. 1 point Laker lead. Petrus does a good job keeping Bryant in front of him. Shot clock at 2. Odom has to put it up, and he puts it in. Lamar Odom, 8 points here in the fourth quarter. 20 for Kobe Bryant.
And that's by design. If you're Dwight Howard, you have to be closer to Bryant coming off that screen.
Shot clock at 6. Bryant on the drive. The runner looks to bank it. Does. Ties the game.
And Dwight Howard on that has to help and make Bryant pick that out to Gasol.
The Magic do not have a foul to give. Here comes Odom. Odom brings it up. Odom back out to Bryant. Bryant looking. Bryant driving. Bryant blocked from behind by Turkoglu. And the Magic try and call timeout. The buzzer sounds, but they'll put some time back on the clock. It depends on how many seconds. Hedo Turkoglu recovers beautifully and makes the defensive play as Bryant very upset. Now the key, how many seconds will they put back up on the clock?
You wanted the opportunity to play Bryant one-on-one. I love the fact that Turkoglu did not give up on the play.
Bryant, jab step, drive, puts it up, shot's good. Tough shot, the Lakers back up by one.
Oh, Turkoglu is doing a very good job of making Bryant work. Those are tough shots.
Bryant looks inside, finds Gasol. Gasol, count it, and a foul. As the Lakers go up by 5.
Take the double team and then allow Turkoglu to stick it in rhythm.
Derek Fisher sticks his first shot, and Fisher, who had struggled shooting during the playoffs, he was disappointed, but it was a very tough shot.
Mike, I don't think that one.
As Howard throws it out, they're going to call a go. 10 ball on the way down. Kobe Bryant will set up. Nice entry pass to Gasol. Lewis went for the steal and got burned.
No, people don't realize.
And the Magic go up by 1. Kobe Bryant gets it to go, his first shot. Takes the 3, now puts it up, a three-pointer. Kobe Bryant rattles it in. So he hits his first 2 shots, and the Lakers back up by 4.
Again, the best in the game at controlling tempo, uses his size over a well-contested shot by Lee, and then the three-pointer, working his jab step games, gets some separation and knocks it in. Bryant, 5 points, 3 assists.
He'd have probably had, say, 40% more points because he didn't know what a layup was.
Coach, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Okay, Doris.
8 of their last 9 from the field. Lakers shooting pretty well themselves early. Bryant gets inside. Oh, pretty play.
If you're the Orlando Magic in that situation, help has to come quick. You cannot allow Kobe Bryant to play one-on-one on the block.
Lewis, that's an open look. Bryant gets it back with 9 on the clock. Petrus in pursuit. Bryant double team, knocks it down, and falls down afterwards. Tough shot for Kobe Bryant.
Tough is kind. Those are impossible plays.
Bryant, 4 on the shot clock line. Drive again. Kobe Bryant, lethal early. He's 6 of 7.
You do not want to break your defense early and over-help and over-double team. That's a fade away from deep 2. And then here going to his right into the pull-up. The only thing I would say to Petrus and the Magic, if you could influence him a little bit more to his left so that his shooting hand is closer to your contest, that gives you maybe even a little bit of better chance.
One-on-one. Shot clock winding down and a foul, and it's good. Bryant nails the 3. Petrus went for the fake and bumped him, and a chance for a 4-point play. Mark Wunderlich, though, is going to talk to Joe Crawford about the clock, not about whether he was behind the 3. It is just amazing. Dan Van Gundy just wanted him to make better decisions as the shot clock down to 5. Kobe Bryant again. Bryant nails the 3. He's got 20 points in 14 minutes.
And when he's knocking down shots like this, you have to force other guys to beat you. He is in an absolute zone.
The NBA Finals from Orlando. Lakers have won the first 2 in LA. Magic go red hot. Right now, a 1-point lead as Bryant finds Gasol. 4th assist for Kobe Bryant. And the Lakers back up by 1.
This guy is incredible. Can answer that also. Isolation, 1 dribble pull up. The guy has the package on the offensive end. Good job of selling the shot fake, knocking down the 3 and the foul. Hand down, man down. Kobe Bryant put on an absolute clinic in that first half.
Laker defense the first 2 games was very strong. Lakers crushed the Magic in game 1 on the boards by 14. One of the real keys to the 25-point win. Gasol rolls, spins, turnaround shot is good. That's a 7-footer doing all that. 8 turnovers for Orlando, much better than game 2 when they coughed it up 20 times. Ariza knocks down the 3. He has turned into an excellent 3-point shooter. 3 shots in a row all game. They're still at 65% as Bryant nails that one to make it a 2-point game.
If you're Orlando, continue to execute offensively. That's a good shot the last trip by Turkoglu.
6 straight points and a foul on the entry pass on Bynum will send Howard to the line. Fisher, open three. Derek Fisher knocks it down. And it's a 2-point game. Bryant looks up. Bryant on the pull-up. Puts it in. Back to a 2-point game. His first points of the fourth quarter. Petrus right on Bryant. Howard looking to help. Gasol drives the lane. Layup, banks it in. A 1-point game with a minute and a half to play. Won't go. Fisher the rebound. Fisher brings it back. He puts up a three. Off the mark. Bryant the rebound. Lays it in. With 5/10 of a second remaining, it's a 2-point game.
They double-teamed Kobe Bryant in the post. They had rotation, and they were still able to secure the ball.
Bryant with a hand in his face drills his first jumper. Kobe Bryant saying yesterday he loved the challenge of the bounce-back game to him to start the game. We're at the midway point of the first. Bryant to the basket. Drive. Shot's good. And a foul. Chance for the three-point play for Kobe Bryant. Petrus is first.
It was a very good move by Bryant. A missed help by Turkoglu. He's got to put his whole body in front, only score 1 point.
Odom. Nice move from Lamar Odom. Jordan, Bryant, Shaq. Who cares? He's still winning it. Bryant drills it. Kobe Bryant with his third field goal.
That's right in front of us, Coach. That is an absolute tough shot.
Bryant calling for it. J.J. Redick guarding in. Bryant jump shot. Puts it in. Wow. Ariza. Bryant, a long three. Drills it. Kobe Bryant, big shot. He's got 16. And that cuts it to 8.
Kobe Bryant's scared. When he's on the floor, it's almost like, it's okay. Everything's going to be all right, guys.
Blocking foul on Bynum. Petrus trying to get Bryant up. Nice defensive play from Kobe Bryant. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's Laker ball. Laker lineups in that first half because of the foul difficulties. That's a 2 from Fisher, and puts it in.
And a bad job by Rafer.
10-point Orlando lead. Bryant hits a three. And just like that, it's down to 7.
I think the finger's okay.
Well, right now, the Magic, to me, have to pick up their offensive energy. They've got to.
Ariza and Turkoglu, a little duel here in the third. Bryant sees the double team coming. Ariza goes to the open spot and nails a three. Trevor Ariza, 3 straight buckets for the Lakers, and it's a 5-point game. And Stan Van Gundy wants timeout. Soft touch by the big 7-footer. Ariza running the other way, goes up and hits the layup. Trevor Ariza, 13 points here in the third quarter.
And that's actually a foul.
Bryant leans in, puts it up, puts it in. Tough shot with 4.7 remaining. Here comes Jameer Nelson. Final seconds, does not get it off in time. Couple of tough possessions for Nelson. He's been huge. Nice pass to Odom, and it floats in. Off the inbounds to start the fourth quarter, and the Lakers with their largest lead of the game.
Only because of Lamar Odom's foul trouble. Oh, my goodness.
Kobe Bryant with Petrus all over him. And he knocks it down.
And your Petrus, you have to contest.
And that's a 2, clearly a 2. And that's what they credit it with, so it's 75-70. Bynum has just picked up his 5th foul. Odom has 5 fouls. Pulls up, shot's good. And the Lakers back up by 3. 28 for Kobe Bryant. Leans in for the 2. Short. Rebound taken by Fisher. Lakers looking to push. Bryant spinning in the lane. Back for Gasol. Pretty pass. And it's back to a 3-point game.
And the critical part was Petrus jogging back.
Bryant gets the ball in his hands. Back to Ariza. Over to Fisher. Fisher looking. Fisher puts up the 3. Ties the game. Derek Fisher ties it with 4.6 remaining.
And what is Jameer Nelson thinking they're going to do?
Odom trying to post up down low on Lewis. Kobe Bryant the drive. The pull-up. Puts it in. And it's back to 1.
You see, when you have a guy who can go get his own shot.
Bryant's got 30. Kobe Bryant pulls up. It's good again. Back-to-back jumpers, and the Lakers regain the lead.
You can't play any better defense. Kobe Bryant is superior on the offensive end.
Petrus did an excellent job on him once again in the fourth quarter against Petrus. Here comes the double. Up top to Fisher, straight on three, puts it in. Derek Fisher with another clutch three. And the Lakers go up 94-91.
Tell you what, the old Kobe Bryant would try to lead them by scoring 40 to 45 points. The new Kobe Bryant understands the way to win this series is to get other guys involved. Everyone knows that the Lakers are at their best when Kobe is a scorer but also a facilitator. Look at the graphic. He's up there with Jerry West and also the new logo as far as getting it done in the finals. 8+ assists, outstanding job of getting his early and making plays. You talk about scoring. We all know that he has the ability to do this anytime he wants, but down the stretch, making plays to drop off the Pau Gasol, cuts it from 5 to 3, and then double team a willing passer, finds up a spotted up Derek Fisher to increase the lead. Kobe Bryant looking to make plays.
13 in the first quarter of game 4, and that's his first field goal tonight.
That's a mistake by Rashard Lewis. He's got to be up on the pick and roll and show and give him some help.
Still looks like it's hurting him, but appears to be okay. We asked him yesterday about motivation for tonight, knowing you still have 2 games at home.
Long time for this moment, you know, and I'm ready to do it. You know, I don't want to wait. You know, anything can happen. You know, injuries, things of that nature. So you really just gotta, you got the opportunity to just try to seize it.
But if you're the Lakers, that's not a good sign. Those two, nobody going near those two in terms of defending. Bryant hits a 3 on the other end. That's a pretty good sign.
And if you're Courtney Lee, that's a good shot for you on the other end, but you have to keep a body on Kobe Bryant. That's his shot.
Bryant, double team, gets it to Bynum. Bynum throws it down. Andrew Bynum, the most aggressive we've seen him here in the finals.
And that's Kobe Bryant once again off the pick and roll, making plays.
When there's a miss.
Petrus blocked by Bryant. They're pretty physical to start. They're letting him play here in the first quarter. A lot of banging going on. 6 different players have already scored. Good balance on offense, and they lead by 2. Trying to send his finals back to Los Angeles. Kobe Bryant and the finish. The explosion at the end, and again he's flexing his right hand after that play. And midway through the second.
Derek Fisher bringing it over, realizing that Ray Paulson's defending Kobe.
Fisher for 3.
And that's just good basketball. Recognize it, force the double team, get to the cup, and finish emphatically.
Out to Ariza, wide open 3, puts it in. And the Lakers with their first lead of the game. Bryant looking double team, gets it to go. Tough shot. And a timeout Orlando, so here comes one of the first hits from the Lakers. And now with the Magic response, Stan Van Gundy wants to talk about it. Long time ago. Mark, you remember that series. You were in it for the Pacers as Ariza hits another 3.
Knows where the trailer Ariza is. He knocks in the 3. Then in the isolation, drives to bring the next defender again. Right on target to tee up another 3 by Ariza, and then imploring his guys to continue to push and try to open up this lead come halftime.
Bryant has 15 points. A strong second quarter for the Lakers. Austin to drive, bank shot won't go, gets his rebound, back up, blocked. Outlet stolen by Lee, puts it up. That won't go. Lewis's shot at the buzzer, off the mark. Austin to drive, that's a bad shot. Ball knocked away, shot clock was winding down. Orlando 41% from the field. Bryant knocks it down, he's got 17.
Now this isn't a secret. This is one bad man. And you're talking about a complete basketball player. I learned early on as a broadcaster, you don't want to throw around the word great. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this guy is great. As good as we've seen at the 2-guard position.
Think about it. You get it back to 5, and then all of a sudden,
the unexpected, hit you with a right cross. Ball knocked out of bounds, still Orlando ball. Odom's actually, he's shooting almost 50% from downtown in the playoffs.
They're at their best when he's making points.
Wow, and speak of making plays, Bryant banks it in, off balance, falling down, and it's backed up to 11.
See his feet. They single covered him that time.
As Howard misses.
And he made the incredible shot.
Coming up on 5 minutes remaining. Crowd a little quiet right now at the Amway Arena. Nervous for their magic. Fisher hits the jumper, and the lead goes up to 13, largest of the game.
And that's why you give him the basket.
Red hot. He'll be very streaky. Bryant's jump shot. It's good. 23 for Kobe Bryant.
I'll tell you what, you're not going to win allowing J.J. Redick to defend Kobe Bryant one-on-one. That's a recipe for disaster.
Shot clock down to 8. Bryant fires a three, puts it in. Kobe Bryant from downtown, and the lead back to 16.
Kobe Bryant looking to stop the bleeding. Hand down, man down. Turkoglu pays the price as Bryant knocks down a dagger three.
There's a lot of players that don't even get to the NBA Finals in their career. This is my 6th time here, and I'm fortunate enough to win 3 so far. This means I've been very lucky.
Anybody who's watched them all season long, as resilient a team as we've seen. Bryant on the drive, banker is good. A number of Laker fans that have been here throughout the arena, ready to celebrate a championship. There's the final seconds. As the buzzer sounds, it's official. The Lakers are NBA champions once again. LA wins the 2009 NBA title. Those two came in the league at the same time. 2 rookies with the LA Lakers.
Kobe Bryant.
Congratulations, Kobe Bryant, your 4th NBA championship. You go back to a year ago this time. The Boston Celtics beat you all. What was your focus from that moment to this moment?
Well, we knew we had to become a better defensive team consistently. Better defensively, better on the boards. And, that's what that series last year taught us. And we came back this year with a renewed focus.
Everybody, critics, fans, the media, we've all speculated why this title means something different than the other 3. We don't want to speculate anymore. Why?
Well, just for the challenge of it. I mean, it's so tough, to win a championship, to have to start over from scratch. I mean, we started over from scratch, and, here we are again, and this really feels like a dream. I mean, it doesn't even feel real right now. It's unbelievable.
With 1:12 left, you guys are up by 11. We saw you on the bench during a timeout, and you were gnawing on your fingernails. What were you thinking then?
I just couldn't wait for the clock to go down. I was just waiting and waiting and waiting for the time to expire so this moment could finally be here.
During this whole finals, really during the whole playoff run, we've seen you at press conferences with very short, clipped answers. You've had a scowl on your face. What does winning this mean for you right now?
This means everything. I mean, we really work so hard as a group. We sacrifice so much. We put in so much time, so much effort, and, it just feels unbelievable to get here with a group of guys that are like brothers to me, and, we can all enjoy this together.
How are you different as a man and a player than you were 7 years ago, the last time you won a championship?
I think you just get better. You just grow as a person. You grow as a man. And, you just try to figure out the best way to lead these guys.
I see you with your family. How are you guys going to celebrate tonight?
Well, we'll probably let them have soda, and we can, spill some champagne around a little bit.
Just a little bit. Congratulations, Kobe Bryant. And congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers. Kobe Bryant's 4th NBA championship. The Lakers' 15th NBA championship as a franchise. 2nd all-time in NBA history. Let's throw it now back to Mike Breen. Mike?
All right, Stuart. What a difference a year makes. 1 year ago, in Game 6 of the NBA Finals in Boston, after being humiliated by 39 points, Kobe Bryant, the Lakers, walked off the floor, green confetti falling all around them. Well, he made good on his promise, as did his teammates. As tonight, back on the road again, this time in Game 5, they win, as Stuart just said, the 15th NBA championship, and for Kobe Bryant, ring number 4. More to come as we wrap up the 2009 NBA season. The two champions, respect between two terrific coaches, as the 2008-2009 season comes to an end with the Los Angeles Lakers once again on top. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Press to find a more compelling script for the NBA Finals. The curtain ready to go up on Act 1 tonight. And for the third straight year, the Finals return to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, where the defending champions begin their title defense. How important is a good start? Ray Allen shooting jumpers more than 3 hours before the game. Lakers Celtics, 2 rivals, 4 wins away from basketball immortality.
If there's one history you know about, it's definitely the Celtics and the Lakers.
They meet again. The greatest rivalry in the game renewed on its grandest stage.
I hated that, and I disliked the Celtics.
Kill, win again.
I hated rain for a long time.
With a legacy of unbridled passion, unyielding intensity, and breathtaking moments.
Backing down middle, just what I thought. A hook shot at 12.
Tonight, a new chapter begins.
You only hit one shot to win a championship.
Sharpen that edge, elevate your game. That's it. That's the focus, that's the goal.
Celtics, Lakers, Game 1 of the NBA Finals, next on ABC.
At guard, 6'6" from Lower Merion High School, number 24, Kobe Bryant.
When they lost by 37. And as Fisher puts up his first jumper. Another guy simply going for his 5th championship ring. Allen on Kobe Bryant down this end. Quick bucket. Lakers so far in the postseason undefeated at home. They're 8-0. Gasol left open. All 5 starters have scored, and the Lakers lead by 6.
That's a shot he's going to have to take and make aggressively as Bryant gets into the paint area. Because ultimately, a team is not going to make an adjustment. Rondo's that good where you have to live with giving him something. And teams are going to say, shoot the jump.
Obviously, he has to be a little careful. Bryant is fouled on his way to the basket. Tony Allen with the first one.
And I think there needs to be a change in that rule.
Bryant has to put it up, and he puts it in. That's a 2-pointer for Kobe Bryant.
When you talk about his high IQ, he understood what the shot clock was at. 3 seconds, catches it, and gets off a quick look.
Shot clock at 8. Gasol to the go. 9 points for Pau Gasol. All he's done since he's come to the Lakers. Bryant inside, and again gets to the glass. Tony Allen having his problems, as do most players, staying in front of Kobe Bryant. The jump shot, too strong. Bryant, the rebound. Fisher to the basket, pulls up. Nice shot from Fisher, and the lead is in double figures. Timeout, Boston.
This is a good job by Pierce, not giving up the front position, but fighting. Bryant looking, saying that's not a foul, but you love the way that the star players are competing.
Right, but I thought in that instance, once you've worked Pierce off a good spot, then adjust behind, because you're just too valuable.
For an opening, fires away, gets it to go. 14 for Bryant.
What we're seeing is a clinic as far as big guys are concerned, setting great screens.
There is no ball pressure on Rondo, and Bryant scores again when he's delivering those passes to Ray Allen, so he can put him.
Rondo hurt himself on that play. Bryant flips it up over Perkins. Talk about soft touch. He's got 18.
He said if Fisher was a Celtic, he'd have his number retired.
Off the turnover, Kobe Bryant. Garnett inside to Allen. Oh, blocked by Bryant. Allen ready to throw it down. And Kobe Bryant turns him away. Garnett likes that straightaway, not even close, as Artest grabs the rebound. Ahead to Fisher. Fisher alley-up to Bryant. Kobe Bryant, 12 points here in the third quarter. The lead back to 13.
Sensing the moment. Post a dunk one time. Bryant says, not on my watch. Get it out of here. You take a look. Chris Rock sitting right next to Kobe Bryant, shooting the breeze. Funniest man in the world. Telling jokes. And take a look at Kobe Bryant. I don't even hear you. I'm on a mission. And I'm not knocking everybody else, because if I was Kobe Bryant sitting there, I would have said something to Chris Rock. Matter of fact, coaches, players, everybody would have said something. This guy is a different breed. He's on a mission.
Bryant working hard to get through. Pass to Odom. Odom flips it up and in. Great spot there from Kobe Bryant.
But when you have to double him in the post.
As the Lakers will now improve to 9-0 at home. There's a three. Bang! Finishing touches. The Lakers take game one. The Celtics as a team had 8 offensive boards. Bryant, nice pass to Bynum. Allen got in the foul trouble. Part of it guarding Kobe Bryant. She's on again. Bynum inside. Nice from Andrew Bynum. He had 10 points and 6 rebounds in those 28 minutes.
What I love about
get into some good action.
Gasol easily shooting over Glenn Davis. Gasol stays hot. Foul Gasol. A strong start. Shot clock at 7. Inside pass. Gasol threading the needle. And Kobe Bryant scores. All 5 starters have now scored for LA. Gasol. Sharp again. By the way, Ray Allen's three-pointer that they were reviewing. Bryant steps back. That's a 2-pointer from Kobe Bryant. Just his second field goal. He has 5 assists. 12-point Boston lead.
Her, who she's rooting for as she planned on coming to the game tonight. That's the dumbest question I ever heard.
Absolutely. I saw her here. There's Bryant. Bounce, and in. Pierce stolen by Bryant. Bad pass. Puts up the 3. Bang! Bryant steals it again and throws it up. Celtics get sloppy down in the final seconds.
For these injured great officials to still be on the floor. And I say segue is the way.
Bryant to the basket. Lays it in. 1-point game. Here's the double. Gasol. Didn't realize he'd be that wide open. Allen on him. Bryant the drive. Hesitation. Up and under. Count it. And a foul. Ray Allen the personal. And a chance for a 3-point play for Kobe Bryant. Hung in the air and banked it in. And Phil Jackson will call timeout.
Because of the impact, good things occur when you share the basketball. You get man movement and ball movement time and time again. Celtics score.
Bryant, tough shot, puts it in.
And right now, Bryant is going to be a jump shooter because he's not going to risk the charge and his 6th foul.
Up and under shot, won't go. Rebound tipped by Gasol. Out to Bryant, straight on 3. Puts it in. Kobe Bryant nails the 3-pointer. And it's a 5-point game. Dangerous pass, and Allen tracks it down. Perkins, another offensive board blocked by Bryant. Rondo inside. Back out Allen. That's a 3.
And those shots a little tougher.
Kobe Bryant and a foul. And Rondo picks up his 2nd personal.
And again, the cross-match code where Gasol can impact with his length. He is taking it right to his body. The first one was an up and under move. That he used the rim as Gasol scores on the other end. To take away the length of Gasol, he's attacking his body.
Pierce, quick spin move. Lost it. And they say knocked out of bounds. Still Celtic ball. Tony Allen on Bryant. Bryant to the basket. Banks it in. And a foul. Good aggressive move from Kobe Bryant. He's got 9 points, and it's a double-figure lead for L.A. Pierce, wild shot. Pierce 0 for 6. Alley-oop. Perfect pass from Bryant. Gasol the finish.
You almost kind of have like an out-of-body experience. The buzzer goes off, and all of a sudden that moment has arrived. And you can't believe that you're actually hoisting that gold ball.
And you got to demand.
Garnett, similar in some aspects as well with Boston, can be very rough on the teammates.
But you know what, Mike? You make a good point. But give me Kobe Bryant as a teammate any day of the week, because I know the guy is going to leave it on the floor. He's an all-time great competitor. He's an all-time great player.
Lakers by 8, 2 minutes remaining in the half. Bryant can't get it to fall. Bynum trying to keep it alive. Bryant takes it away from Garnett. Finds Bynum inside. Counted and a foul. Great hustle play from Kobe Bryant. And a chance for a three-point play for the Lakers.
I really think the only way that they're going to score in bunches is pushing the ball. Pushing the ball off of makes and misses. And obviously, that's when they've been most effective in this series.
Bryant gets away from Rondo. Oh, what a pretty move. Left-handed, floats it in.
Aggressive and looking to attack. Not settling for jump shots. Going at Pau Gasol.
Bryant. Oh, soft touch between two Celtics.
Now you can tell already, Kobe Bryant has his foot on the gas pedal.
Yeah, he's going to do a better job than others. And, you know, it's working well so far.
Last game, you guys were held under 100 points for the first time. I think it was 11 games. Your offense obviously clicking. What's the execution working?
Well, I mean, we're doing a good job offensively. I think defensively we're doing a much better job.
To a wide open three, he misses. And that is the vulnerability of the three-point shot. As Gasol knocks it in.
But I make sure he stays on Ron Artest. I don't want him guarding Kobe Bryant because there's too much pressure for him to pick up that fifth.
Even two. Nice pass. Perkins blocked. Gets it back, puts it up again, and Bynum the rebound. Once again, the Lakers' size stopping the Celtics.
Great reaction by Kobe Bryant.
Prides himself on that. Bryant, tough shot, banks it in. He's got 20. Bryant on the pull-up. Gets it to go again. Allen again deflects it. Bryant, the three. Puts it in. Kobe Bryant from downtown.
Those are the shots that hurt you. You play outstanding defense, and then a great player makes a tough shot.
He's got 25 inside to Wallace. Have a foul to give. Bryant on the drive. Allen stays with him. Bryant rises up, knocks it down. That's his first points of the fourth quarter.
Tough shot by Bryant. 10 for 28. A lot of bad shots tonight, but when it matters most, he's not thinking about that.
Allen is on Kobe Bryant. Tough shot. Gets it to go. Can't defend him much better than that.
That's good defense by Ray Allen. Tough shot by Bryant, and Bryant even wanted a foul.
Down the other end, the matchups are Fisher. Allen admitted he didn't sleep much after game 3 as Gasol rattles it in. And let's remember in the game the other night, Allen gets to cover Kobe Bryant at the other end. Gasol. Bynum wants the ball. He does have a little bit of a limp. He's aggressively calling for it. Bryant, tough shot, banks it in. He's hit 2 very difficult field goal attempts. Crowd's got a little quiet. Kobe Bryant drills the three-pointer, and the Lakers have a 3-point lead.
Taken out of the paint. Jump hook.
Bryant back-to-back threes. He also wanted a foul on that one.
Worrying about as Bryant knocks in his 3rd straight jumper instead of worrying about if I'm going to make or miss my free throw.
Makes a lot of sense. If you're Ray Allen on the defensive end, you're giving up too much space to Bryant coming off of those down screens. Hand man down, man down.
Again, shot clock winding down almost every possession recently. Bryant hits a three. Kobe Bryant answers right back. I think he turned and said shh to the crowd. Shot clock down to 5. Bryant drills the three-pointer. 4th three of the game for Kobe Bryant. The Lakers back up.
That's not fair. I mean, that's a big-time, tough shot.
Getting up, influencing him to the baseline. Bodying up, one dribble, step back, corner three. That should be labeled unfair. Because if you play that good a defense and a guy still consistently makes, that's disheartening.
Tries it again, does it again. Back-to-back threes for Kobe Bryant. And the Lakers go up by 4. He's got that look right now. 21 for the game, 5 of 6 from downtown. For most three-pointers in a game, it happened in a regular season. He and Danielle Marshall each have 12, so he has nights where he gets Kobe Bryant spinning, double team, knocked away, gets it back, puts it up, puts it in. That's his first field goal of the 4th, 6-point game. Go rebound taken by Vujicic, back out. Bryant puts up the 3 and rattles it in. That makes it a 5-point game with 11 seconds.
Again, they switched to Pierce pick and roll, and he got a great look after he initially passed it.
Nice pass, Kobe Bryant, and Andrew Bynum grimaces after that play, and is a slight limp again. Nice pass to Bynum, and Bynum able to finish. Beautiful bounce pass. His first stint as coach was when he was an injured player on the Knicks, as Kobe Bryant knocks down the 3. Bill Jackson was injured the year the Knicks won the championship in 69-70, so Red Holzman said, all right, you can be my assistant coach. They didn't have Holden.
I think the way that Tony Allen has got him, he's got to put his head down and look to make a play.
Vujicic nails the 3, and that brings the Lakers back within 5.
Him to do when you call it a breakout game. I mean, is it 40 plus?
Fourth quarter has not been his quarter in this series.
No, and you're right, but give the Celtics credit.
Bryant gets inside, out to Artest, and Artest knocks down another 3. Bryant sidesteps, and a soft touch. And just like that, the Lakers back up by 1. Bryant short again. Tries the second time and gets that to go. He was 3 for 10 before knocking that down. And Jeff, you look 65% shooting for Boston, only 38 for the Lakers. Regular season won the NBA's 3-point shootout and All-Star weekend. It's a big one there. Kobe Bryant. Oh, what a tough shot. He puts it in. Perkins, good help defense there. Bryant again. 2 difficult shots here in the 3rd period for Kobe Bryant, who now has 14, 8 3-pointers. He's just not been able to find the mark. Bryant. Boy, he's got a nice throw going right now. A lovely bounce for Kobe Bryant.
And what you don't want if you're the Celtics is for him to take over.
Bryant, 1 dribble. Again from 3-point range. Kobe Bryant, 10 points in less than 4 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. He's now 8 of 16 from the field. We have a foul away from the ball. Derek Fisher is whistled for it. That's Fisher's first.
He's putting on a clinic on the offensive end, and Bryant wants to step up to the challenge.
Bryant again. That's 12 points already in the period. But they can't get any stops. Celtics are 7 of 8 from the field here in the 3rd quarter. They're shooting 70% for the game.
And interestingly enough, they leave Ron Artest on.
And interestingly,
alley-oop to Bryant. Oh, what a play from Bryant. Off balance with one hand, gets it to go.
Interestingly, Pierce has switched on to Bryant at this end.
Bryant from way downtown. Bang! Kobe Bryant again. 17 points in the period, and we're just midway through the quarter.
And they doubled to get it out of his hands, and then Pierce made a mistake, overreacting to the penetration.
And Dwayne Wade is saying that's a bad man, mama.
Well, Wade should know about June 13th. Bryant got a quick rest at the end of the 3rd. Drives on Allen. Off balance. Gets it to go. What a tough shot from Bryant.
I like the adjustment, though, Mike. That's the way you have to attack Tony Allen. He's playing up into your chest. You've got to make an aggressive move.
Right, you're not going to get a jump shot right there.
Allen goes inside. Blocked by Bryant.
The way Tony Allen's playing him, it's body to body. There's no space to be created.
Bryant again, falling away. It's good. Kobe Bryant with 33. So many of them. Such difficult shots.
There's nothing you can do there. There's nothing you can do other than continue to run good offense.
Simpler than Game 5.
Bryant gets inside. Good aggressive move to the basket to tie the score. We talk about the great home court play of the Lakers. The Celtics, a superb road team.
Great screen by Garnett there.
Kobe Bryant, the jump shot.
I think if you're Bryant and Rondo guards, you got to take advantage of that matchup.
Tried to jam it in. Ball goes right back to him. And Bryant on the putback. Celtics trying to break. Rondo goes right at Artest. Can't get it. Bryant had some great moments last year in the playoffs. Bryant, line drive, drills the jumper with a hand in his face. And the Lakers by 4. On a bad pass. Bryant ahead to Gasol. Strides down the lane. Doc Rivers.
And it's important that Rasheed Wallace keep his composure because Perkins' injury looks bad as Bryant takes another 3.
11 points in 7 minutes. He's 5 of 6 from the field.
But Rasheed Wallace is one technical away.
Williams just in the game. Knocks down a 2-pointer. Bryant the other way. Drives on Pierce. Goes to the basket. Backs it in. Tough drive. And this right now is the largest lead of the finals by either team. A 22-point cushion right now for the Lakers. Garnett and Gasol really battling down low. Bryant on a drive, gets the contact, count it, and a foul. Kobe Bryant with a chance for the three-point play.
Just a great
Pierce dribbles it off his foot, trying to draw a foul. Bryant to Brown.
What a great job by Pau Gasol. Didn't quit on the play, hustled back.
In an NBA arena all game.
But they say those things can actually cause permanent hearing loss. Kobe Bryant gets in. Bryant with 22 points, 10 rebounds.
The entire series. Perkins goes down. You don't want to see that happen to Bryant or Gasol.
Although the crowd happy, he's still in the game. Pretty move from Bryant. 26 points, 11 rebounds. Here was ornery after the Game 5 loss, as you would expect. Inside to Kobe Bryant. Good pass from the big man. And Bryant with his first field goal. He'd been 0 for 4.
That's bad defense by the Celtics also. Recognize the action on the strong side.
Bryant draws the foul, and he'll get to the line for the first time tonight. When we were coaching, the importance of that first quarter setting the tone.
Absolutely. The first quarter lead as Bryant takes, I think, his second of 8 good shots. I thought he forced way too many shots in the first quarter, and particularly, Mike, taking too many dribbles. The more they load, the defense up to him and forced very difficult shots. His last basket before he went to the bench was his best shot all night, catching it tighter to the lane, getting into the paint, and getting off a quality look.
And if you realize also, right after that play, Doc Rivers inserted Paul Pierce back into the ballgame because he was doing an outstanding job of playing center field.
Took his time, got it to go.
Kobe Bryant can have double figures assists in this ball game on the drive.
Bryant pulls up, rattles that one in. Just 2 for 11 before hitting that. And the Celtics lead cut to 2.
Because of his son, Mark Action Jackson II, graduating from Taft High School.
Well deserved. I'm an extremely proud dad.
You should be. Bryant nails that one. been a real struggle for Bryant. A 10-point game, still early here in the third.
Bryant tried to draw the charge, and Bryant able to put it in. And good offense by Bryant that time, not settling. But I believe if you're in the mode, you have to shoot that basketball. A wide open shot, you have to step in with confidence. As Ray Allen got caught, let's see what the call is from the two Crawfords. And clearly a three-point attempt. Well, you can't see it, but he never moved his feet again after he elevated.
He's going to find offense right now.
Bryant on the pull-up, puts it in. 4-point Laker lead, their largest of the game. Timeout, Boston. Rasheed Wallace has made some huge plays tonight. Coming up on a minute remaining. Bryant looking. Artest, that's a three. Bang! Lakers by 6 with a minute to play. Won't go. Gasol, the rebound. Kicks it back out to Bryant. Drives to the basket. And he's fouled, a blocking foul on Wallace, and Bryant will shoot two. Bryant knocks it down. Artest had his highs and lows during the course of the regular season and even in the playoffs. But he's come up with some huge performances. First, remember, in the conference. Won't go. Rebound to Gasol. Kicks it out to Odom. Odom throws it ahead. The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles. The LA Lakers, the 2010 NBA champions.
And the winner of the Bill Russell NBA Finals MVP is none other than Kobe Bryant.
From one great champion to another, Kobe Bryant, your 5th NBA championship. How does this one stand out for you more than 1, 2, 3, and 4?
Well, this is the sweetest. You know, it's we've been downplaying the whole series, the rivalry between us and the Celtics, because we had to focus on what we had to do. But we understood how bad the city wanted it. You know, there's no question about it. And this one's by far the sweetest because it's against them, and because it's the hardest one by far.
You said we've been downplaying it, especially you were downplaying it. In fact, you even said, I can't get involved in the hype. How do you not get involved in the hype during the run?
You try not to. You try not to. You know, tonight it got the best of me. You know, I wanted it so bad, and sometimes you want something so bad it slips away from you. And my guys picked me up. I mean, I can't say enough about the Spaniard. But that guy's unbelievable and just a hell of a player. And we wouldn't have won it without him.
15 rebounds. What were you, Kareem out there or what?
Well, we just had to crash the boards. You know, whoever won the rebound didn't matter run each game. So I just try to make a point to get in there and grab as many as I could.
You've been involved so far in one of Phil Jackson's 3 three-peats. You have a chance next year for your 2nd, his 4th. What are you going to say to him to try and convince him to come back?
Well, you know, he knows how bad I want him back. He knows that. I've told him that. I've been openly blunt about it and told him how much I want him back. And, you know, let's go for it again. Let's go for it again.
All right, congratulations to Kobe Bryant, his 2nd NBA Finals Most Valuable Player Award.